Thank you for joining me today. We are going to be reading a new book called Catching Thoughts, and it's by Bonnie Clark, illustrated by Summer McCoon. Let's get started. For A, S, and A, and for you, BC. For Lauren, Chris, and Sam, SM. I have this thought I don't like. It showed up on a bad day. At first, it was really no big deal. Just a teeny tiny little thought. But after a while, the thought followed me everywhere I went. It tripped me up when I wasn't expecting it. I tried to unthink my unwanted thought, but that just made me think about it more. This thought made me angry, so I yelled, "Get out of my brain!" It stayed. I sat down and cried. It didn't care. It seemed like there was no more room in my head for anything but the one horrible thought. I had to do something. I took a deep breath and looked at it. Maybe it wasn't so big. I smiled and said, "Hello." That's when I noticed it. It was small, but it was beautiful. I reached up and caught it. This beautiful thought gave me an idea. I turned to that old thought and grinned. From now on, I'll be catching new thoughts. And then I gently pushed the old thought aside. I grabbed onto thoughts that were hopeful and gathered up thoughts that were lovely. I held on tight to thoughts that were true and embraced thoughts that were excellent. I danced with thoughts of pure joy. I collected thoughts that were clear and calm. I realized that the more positive thoughts I caught, the smaller that old negative thought became. And whenever that old thought tries to come back into view, I just say, "Hello," and politely ask it to leave. And fill my world with all the good thoughts that I choose to put in my head instead. So that's the end of the book. And as we see, the character is dealing with having that negative thought come inside her head, but by challenging it and by experiencing new positive thoughts, she was able to manage that negative thought a little bit better. Sometimes it can be hard when we have those negative thoughts and they're persistent and we're feeling them a lot. So for the adults or the caregivers who are listening to this book, I found this resource. It's from the speech practice, and there are a few strategies to try. So when you're dealing with a child who is experiencing negative self-talk or has that negative thought in their head that seems to really be challenging them and is impacting their day. So one thing to do as a caregiver is to empathize. So acknowledge that they're having a hard time with that. Correcting them so you can teach them how to have that positive thought. So not necessarily saying that's wrong for them to have it, but if they say, "I'm really bad at soccer," you can correct them and say, "You're learning to play soccer, and with time, those skills will get better." So to reframe it, you can say, "Me too." So talk about similar situations that you've gone through and not necessarily taking away from their moment. So timing that in the right time to make sure that you're still empathizing. Try to model positivity, show them what optimistic thinking looks like. So in that same way to reframe it. The power of yet. Add yet to the end of their negative thoughts. I can't do this yet. So that can help show them that with time and practice, they can get better at that thing that they're trying. And remind them, redirect their focus to things that have already been accomplished. So, kind of that solution focused thinking. Well, in the past, you've done this and you've done really well. So, give it time. And if those negative thoughts do become persistent and consistent, it's always so important to reach out to a mental health professional, speak to your doctor to see what kind of supports can help. Thank you for joining me today for this book, and I look forward to having you pop in my channel again and like and subscribe. Thank you so much. Take care. Bye-bye.